Hi everybody, this is Carissa and welcome back to my channel, Inky Fairy Designs. I am here for a mixed media Monday after quite a while, and we're going to be doing this journal page. I am working in my Dina Wakley Media journal. This is the new one that I showed you guys. They sent to me in my last haul video, and I pulled out some paints. Lapis is a new favorite, and then Blackberry and Ocean. When I opened up Lapis, it is dry. You can see that it is dried into this nice little form that was in the cap, and I just had to peel that off. Now, I've had these tube paints for quite some time. As you know, they no longer make them in these tubes, so the paints that are in these ones are a bit old, and you can definitely tell the difference between that and the ones in the bottle. Here you can see that Ocean came out nice and liquid and beautiful. So to help the older kind of hard paint, I pulled out the Glazing Medium, which helps to keep it open longer, and it just kind of softens it up a little bit and allows it to spread better on my page. I am not going to toss those paints. They are still workable, and it's a heavy body paint anyway, so for it to have a little bit more texture and a little bit more thickness is not a big deal. You can always water it down with either the Glazing Medium or just pure water if you want. I know a lot of people use water with their acrylic paints anyway to create kind of like watercolor effects, so definitely don't throw those paints away unless they're like rock hard, okay? So I'm adding a little bit more Ocean to my page. I love that color. I love the color that it makes mixing with that Lapis. It's just incredibly beautiful, and my page is a bit dark, so I decided to bring in some turquoise to kind of lighten and brighten it up a little bit. But I do love the way that Lapis mixed with turquoise. So I don't know. Lapis is, like I said, just become one of my new favorites. It's been in the collection since the beginning. I believe it was one of the first original colors to come out, and I just started using it this year. All right, so to add some pop, I dried my background, and I'm going to add a bit of lemon, just making some paint marks across my page. Still really building up this background, and I forgot to mention that I am actually using this journal for the new Show Us Your Media challenge. It took a little bit of a break for 2019, I believe, and Dina Wakley has brought it back. She's resurrected it at the Ranger Ink blog and her blog. If you want more details, I'll put some links below for you. But she's created like a gratitude challenge for us. So each month there'll be prompts on and they'll all be centered around gratitude. There's a lot of reasons why she chose this. Gratitude is something that I am personally working on. It is proven that if you are, grateful, or if you find those things in your life to be grateful for, the things that are a little bit harder to swallow become a little bit easier or tolerable to handle. So there's so much around why Dina has chosen gratitude for the next 12 months to focus on with the Show Us Your Media challenge, and I think it's awesome, and I'm super excited. I knew I wanted to jump in and play, so that is what this journal is dedicated to. I think they might still have a bundle on the Ranger Ink blog for if you want to purchase like the white media journal and some supplies and stuff to kick off your gratitude journal. I think that might still be available. If it is, I will put it in the description link below, and you guys can check that out. It's just something great to have, like a jumping off point, right? So I decided to use this journal for that. So you will see this every month, hopefully, and I will continue to add to it as the prompts come out. So you can see I added some added some collage, and I I specifically picked the music paper for a reason, because the first journal prompt was simple pleasures. What are you grateful for in life? That is the simple pleasures. And there's lots of things, but for me, it really came down to music. I absolutely love music. I used to play music. I used to play violin and flute and piano, and it was such a huge part of my life growing up. And I really feel like it shaped who I am, and gave me a lot of, my characteristics that I have today is because of my time in orchestra and band and all of that. So I love music that in that sense. I've always loved classical music, but I've always loved really good classic music. The Beatles are huge in my life. They were my Backstreet Boys when Backstreet Boys was a thing. Like when I was in middle school, all the girls were gaga over that. And I was gaga over the Beatles, who were like, 40 years older than me at the time or whatever, and not even around anymore. But I had all their CDs, and, 13 is like a huge year. And I remember getting all of the albums when I was 13 and listening to them over and over and over at incredible volumes. So I love music. I love Christian music. I love Mumford and Sons. I love Alanis Morissette. I mean, music is just so huge to me. And whenever I'm creating, why I do voiceovers is because I'm always listening to music when I'm actually creating in my art journals or on Canvas or whatever. Music is always in the background. I can't listen to podcasts. I can't watch a movie. No, I have to have music on. I have to have it loud, and I have to be singing along, and that is what gets me in my zone. So that's the, background of this page. So you can see I started drawing a face, and I took out some scribble sticks because this was a technique that I learned in a class that I took with Dina Wakley herself. And if you ever can take a class from her, if she ever comes near you, please do. Even if it's just one class, do it. She's amazing. And I learned, to drawing faces to kind of like build up. So I was really hesitant. I loved my background so much. I didn't know if I wanted to put a face on there, but I wanted to put a face on there. I've been kind of taking some courses on drawing and stuff like that. And I wanted to see if I could actually draw a face without looking at somebody else's drawing of a face. And so I did. And I remembered this technique from Dina to start with like a really light scribble stick. Just scribble in some lines. So that's what I did first. I just did the circle and my guidelines with that, added a little bit of the features, and then I continued to build on that with the darker colors. So I used colors that were already in the background. I used that lemon, I used the turquoise, and I used the blackberry, and then I came in with my Stabilo all-purpose pencil for the darkest lines of the black. And then after that, once I was pretty happy with it, I thought, I'm going to have to fill this in. I'm going to have to fill this in with some paints. So I pulled out the heavy body acrylic in apricot, and a little bit of white and carnation for her cheeks. You'll see that in a bit. And so I just started painting or filling in the face, and you can see the scribble sticks, because they're water-based, they're water-soluble, so any wet media gets to them, they're going to react. And so that gave me a little bit of shading in her face right off the bat, which was pretty cool. And then I could erase as well. So I didn't like the way the nose was going when I added the paint, so I just went right over it. So it added a bit of shading there, but it also erased the nose, and I can go back in and fill that in, which I will do right now. And so once the paint, I had it all filled in, I left her lips with the background because I liked the way that was looking. I left her eyes with the background as well, and just filled it in with a little bit of that white. And then you can see I added back in her nose. I'm darkening up some of those features, and I love working with the Stabilo and the scribble sticks for faces because I am not super duper comfortable or confident in them, and those are both water soluble media, so or mediums, and I am able to I know I can erase if I don't like it, and erase is a very loose term. I can wipe it away or cover it up or whatever. So now I'm pretty happy with the way it's looking. So I'm getting a little bit more confident. I want to deepen up some of those features. So I pulled out my Jane Davenport, I don't know what it's called, the quill pen or something like that. I like this pen for the most part. I like the dark black of the ink. I do like the brush tip of it. It's kind of fun to be really sketchy with. And I love the permanent feature of the ink that's in the pen. So when I do this, I know it's permanent. If I go over it with anything else, it's not going to like move, just like, you know, like the scribble sticks or the Stabilo. So this is like my finishing point where I'm like happy with where it is and I'm ready to go permanent with it. Though what I don't like about the pen is the freaking weird shape of it. It's very short. It's very awkward. It's just not like, I get it. Like she wants to make cute things. And I love cute things, but sometimes I want things to just like be nice or functional or whatever. So I love this pen, but I don't love it. So it's like a love-hate. I mean, oh, the other thing I hate about it is that like I cannot take the cap off without pulling the entire like ink barrel out. So I always have to like pull that out and then stick it back in the the pen, the holder, and then use it. So I don't know why. I don't know if that's just mine or if other people have that same issue. It's just annoying and it's not a big deal. It doesn't affect the quality of it. It doesn't affect the way that it works. It's just annoying. And I don't know if they're refillable. I have no idea. Anyway, but I will continue to use it. This is actually my favorite journaling pen. This is the Food Ball 1.5. I get it from Ranger. And it's awesome. It's so, like, I love the thickness of the pen tip. So I just did a bit of journaling about what music means to me. Then I put that gratitude in her hair and then music on her cheek, just to kind of like, yeah, that's what this page is about. And then I put those little music notes as the catch light in her eyes. And I just thought that was like such a subtle, cute touch because that's just music, you know? I love it. So I'm just signing it, dating it, and that's it. I love the way that this page turned out. I love the background with the brayer. It just gives it a really organic feel. I love those colors. I love the pop of the lemon against the cool blues. And I'm super happy with the way that my face turned out for being a face that I didn't copy from entirely somebody else. I mean, there's still definite like influences in it, I believe, but I feel like it's almost my own. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying the close-ups, and I hope you enjoyed this little peek into my art journaling for the Gratitude Show Us Your Media Challenge. Really enjoyed sharing it with you, and I would love to see what you guys are creating. If you do, please tag me on Instagram, and definitely if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribed, like this video, share it with your friends on Facebook or Instagram or wherever you can share a video. If you think you know somebody that would enjoy that, I would appreciate that. And until next time, guys, stay inspired, be creative, and share that with others. Bye.